to it all. The angels willing to hold us in their arms. When our worth of stone or ashes, and we both passed on. Let forever mean forever and carry on.
Good afternoon. Wow. Has it been another busy day? So hopefully now things can calm down for the moment. I'm still waiting on FedEx to come pick up their package so that they can overnight it to Las Vegas. So, of course, they're going to do that while I'm doing this monologue. So you already know how that one works. So I'm going to try to get the important part of the monologue done quick, and it is an important part. To me it is. To most people, they're probably like, oh, who cares? But to me, it's a big step, and I'm just so excited. I'm glad we reached it, and I'm glad that I can put out this challenge, because it is indeed a challenge that I am making with this. I don't know what else to say. When we got into doing the news, I didn't want to do a news program like everybody else was doing. I wanted to be able to bring facts and put them on the table and say, this is the way it is. Like it or not, this is the way it is. And most importantly, I didn't want to be swayed in any way, shape, or form by money, because I see that all the time. And I'm not talking about mainstream media, which we know is swayed by more than money, but there's a lot of alternative news out there that's basically their motivation is money. And I wanted to make it clear from the beginning, and I tried to make it clear from the beginning that would not be the motivation for the Watchman news. In the beginning of the Watchman news, I said that I wouldn't monetize. And the reason why is because that very thing. I didn't want restricted in any way. I didn't want controlled in any way. I didn't want swayed even the littlest bit. Now, given the monetization with YouTube, yes, they like to control you. They like to restrict what you say or how you view a particular topic. But that's kind of the extent of it, to where larger contributors, like private contributors, usually try to sway a little bit more. As time went on, our channel didn't really grow until the Malheur Wildlife Refuge. That is when our channel really hit a bump in the road. And we picked up a lot of new viewers, a lot of new subscribers then. We're still not a big channel. We never were. We probably never will be a big channel. Thing is we started getting in donations back then, at that time. And they were done in various ways. Some of them were just donations. That's all it was. But immediately, we had noticed something. Immediately. The very first time I said something that went against what somebody wanted to hear, if they had donated, kicked a few bucks our way, they made damn sure, that we knew about it. And that we knew about their frustration and how we were wrong. And it's like, no, wait a minute here. Now, this isn't my first rodeo. This may be my first news show, but it's by far from my first rodeo. I used to have a gaming website. And, of course, we accepted donations because we rented ranked servers, which aren't cheap. And so we accepted donations to help keep our servers going. The ones we rented anyway. And, the thing of it is you would get people that come in and they'd either want to be an administrator on the server because they had donated, or they would come in on the server and they would want this person kicked or banned out of a game because, we played like Battlefield, because they got shot by a guy, so they'd be mad and want him kicked and banned or whatever, and so, again, this is far from my first rodeo. I've dealt with this quite a bit. It evolved. We had some individuals donate in other ways. In fact, there's a chat on the website right now, thewatchmannews.com, and that chat script was originally bought as a donation, which I was very grateful for. And it didn't stop there. We had actually rented a dedicated server, and that was a donation as well, that got that started. Well, then came the hook. And that hook was, I was supposed to start spreading misinformation about EMPs. The donor had claimed that their son was something to do in electrical. I don't know if he was going to school to be an electrical engineer or whatever the case may be, and he had wrote a report on the effects of EMP and yada yada, and I was expected to do a report that an EMP was no threat. Sorry, not going to happen. Not going to happen. So I'd always managed to maintain that integrity all along. Always managed to maintain it. And I feel that with YouTube putting more and more and more pressure on creators, YouTube, video creators, that is more and more sway. And so it's time to get out from underneath of that. Just my opinion. Again, we're a small channel. It took us years to be able to reach that $100 threshold. Years. That's how small of a channel we are. So I realize that while what we're doing is kind of a small token in and of itself, that some of these larger channels have a lot more to lose, and rightfully so, it is still a challenge to them. And I am challenging you. And I'm speaking to those out there that call themselves alternative news. I am challenging you to drop your YouTube monetization. Not all your monetization. If you sell products, nothing wrong with that. If you take donations, we take donations. If you feel obliged to donate to the Watchman News, you just go to thewatchmannews.com. There's a donate button right there in the menu. Take you right to PayPal donation, and you don't have to have PayPal to donate. You can use a credit card, a debit card, and it's much appreciated. Please don't expect that I am going to report a certain way on a certain topic, because, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The thing is I think it's important not only to prove integrity as a news source, but I also think it's important to help defund YouTube. And again, I know that this gets nowhere. Even the major ones, even the major alternative news channels could demonetize, and it's still not even going to take a dent out of YouTube's revenue. Okay, I get that, right? I get that. But just like I keep saying, protests do nothing, because all you're doing is marching through the streets, holding a sign, and chanting. I don't discourage protesting. In fact, I encourage protesting. But I will tell you the truth that it absolutely accomplishes nothing. Nothing. Just like this will accomplish nothing, because I firmly believe that much of YouTube is funded by the government. Just a fact. Remember what I said about FedEx? Gotta love it. I'm going to wait until I see him scurrying. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so, I have been waiting to be able to do this. I have been waiting to be able to put out this challenge to demonetize. And that is what I'm going to do right now. I'm not going to draw it out any longer. I've already been talking for 15 minutes. So anyway, we're going to do it from both angles here. Here is the back end of our YouTube, and I know it shows $21.99 there. I don't know what's going to happen to that. It's not all there, okay? Come time for like the end of the month here, that number will drop like dramatically real fast. So it is what it is. Let me see. I think I go to channel here, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see. Monetization. And right here. Disable monetization. Drum roll, please. Turn off ads for videos. Oh, wait a minute. You can turn off monetization for any videos you've already uploaded. I want to disable it. Not turn it off. I want to completely disable it. Hang on. I thought I saw a button somewhere. Or is it leave the YouTube partner program? If you want to disable completely, follow the instructions on how to leave the YouTube partner program. Okay, sign into YouTube, top right, click on Creator Studio, channel monetization, leave to, okay. Simple enough. Sorry folks, I've not done this before. Leave the YouTube partner program. Well, I want to be totally out of the program. So, let's see. Okay, that's it. Monetization not enabled. So, as you can see, gone. Now, I will go to, I can close this screen out. Google AdSense here. Account. Ooh, they changed the icons just in time for me to say, you know what? I think I want you to cancel my account. Reason for canceling, because you are douchebags. Now I'll have to choose other, because you are douchebags is just not an option. So, let me see what it says here. Your account meets all requirements for receiving final payment from AdSense, and your account balance is greater than the cancellation threshold. You can cancel your account. Oh well, whatever. Goodbye. Wait, you're not done yet. You have been sent an email to Jennifer with a link to complete the cancellation process. You will need to open this email and follow the link within the next 24 hours. So I'm not going to show you our email in the back end, but we will be doing that, I can assure you. So that's it. I believe that's it. I think Jen's looking at her email right now. Well, I heard it. Well, it might come in on mine, actually, because I think it uses my email. So I heard it come in on my phone, I do believe. So anyway, that is done. Goodbye, YouTube monetization. So a lot of reasons for that, folks. A lot of reasons. Okay. Let me scroll down here, and we'll go ahead and get this news done and out. We'll go from there. It's Happy Demonetization Day. Okay, here we go. UK nuclear sub narrowly avoids collision with passenger ferry. U.S. tells Canada to... No, I won't say that. U.S. tells Canada to prepare for extradition of Hawaii CFO, and I know I probably say the name of that wrong. Russia cuts foreign debt to decade low while boosting national reserves. A drunken passenger tries to hijack Russian plane and fly to Afghanistan, forces early landing. What was Smitty doing on that plane? Anyway, let's see. EU fines MasterCard $650 million for breaking antitrust laws. Supersonic strike bomber Tu-22M3 crash lands in Russia's northwest. Ex-U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, charged with spying, was in possession of Russian state secrets, says a lawyer. Moscow slams EU's arbitrary chemical weapons sanctions, threatens to retaliate. Man tried to ram gate of presidential palace in Warsaw. Russia aims to boost trade with Japan to $30 billion. IDF tries to hand in MS Paint warfare to tell Iran where it belongs. How do you like that? Yeah. That's the last country that needs to be telling other countries where they belong. Let's replace U.S. dollar with Russian gold, Moscow exchange chief suggests. Now, that is something to kind of pay close attention to, because, yeah. Supreme Court rules in favor of Trump's transgender military ban. I was somewhat surprised at that headline. Somewhat. It's good to see that that at least we have a Supreme Court back. You know what I'm saying? Or at least maybe it appears that we have a Supreme Court back. Now, I didn't read this article. I can only assume that Ginsburg voted. That's the only thing that I can imagine here. Here's Supreme Court. Let's see. Let's see if Hagsburg was mentioned to vote here. Those aren't all of I don't know what I'm looking at here, to be honest. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I was hoping it was just like a voting record where it just said who voted what, and I may have passed it up. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Oh, Justice Ginsburg, Hagsburg, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still curious of her status. So thought I would try to take a peek there. Okay, WhatsApp down, Messenger not working across the world on iPhone and Android. That was earlier. Those are the videos I put up earlier. And Islamberg attack plot. 4 men arrested in New York State while preparing to bomb Muslim settlement. I normally, I normally wouldn't think much of this, but when I hear the terms like reclusive Muslim community, that reclusive part kind of concerns me a little bit, and we're already aware that there are definitely terrorist training camps across the country. Now, when I say that, you guys should know by now, I'm the first guy to say that, not all Muslims believe in Sharia law. In fact, it's just a very, very small fraction of them. But that's what concerns me about a reclusive community, that they may be part of that fraction of them. So anyway, I thought that was kind of important to share out. So that is what I've got for the news. Wow, done before even a half an hour, but that's good. That's a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and get started on videos and whatnot, so if you're here for the live show, stick around. We got plenty more, live till 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're here just to watch the monologue or me to give both middle fingers to YouTube and Google, well then, thank you very much for watching. And as always, God bless you, we love you, and be one with your spirit.